All right, JHK here for Sportskeeda, and right now I'm joined by UFC heavyweight Tanner Boser. Tanner, it's good to get you back on the show, man. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right, man. Thanks for having me.
No doubt, no doubt, man. The first thing I want to get into is Panini America. I saw that they released this Prism card of you, and I'm pretty sure for every athlete growing up, that's one of the things that you want to accomplish, to have your face on a card, right? Were you into that when you were growing up?
Yeah, I was. I did. I collected trading cards growing up. I was more into like Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic cards and stuff. But when I was probably 17, 18, and some of the tops UFC cards were out, I did buy some of those. Tried to get like signature cards of fighters I liked. So yeah, it's definitely cool. It wasn't not like that. Being on a trading card was a goal, a long-standing goal of mine or anything, but it's really cool that it happened.
Yes, it's a, I guess, acknowledgement of being a professional. You know what I mean? Sometimes in this game of fighting, it's hard to kind of see like who's really a professional and who's not, right?
I suppose. I mean, professional is a word we use to describe who you're allowed to fight, I guess. But whether or not you're a professional, it depends. Do you have to work another job to survive? Well, I mean, you're a professional. You still are, yeah. But to to break the confines of that and be what other sports would consider a professional athlete is difficult.
Definitely, man. I agree with you completely. Now, is the next step you getting into the game, the EA Sports game?
People ask me that one. Lots of kids want, ask me if I'm in the game. I don't. I mean, I don't care. Obviously, it'd be cool, of course, but it doesn't matter to me. I don't play video games, and not really. And yeah, if that happens, it happens. But I mean, I don't make goals like that for myself too often.
What are your goals? You know what I mean? Like, I'm pretty sure when you started your career, you had a couple, and they probably evolved or changed as you went along with your career. Now, at this point, what is the goals for you?
Yeah, my goals are always very short term. I mean, my goal for me right now is to win this fight and stay in the UFC. My current goal is just to stay in UFC as long as I can and try and maximize this opportunity by hopefully making a bit of money while I'm here, while I have that opportunity. That's my goal. I'm not setting anything too lofty. When I was new, I wanted to win a professional fight, and then I had to beat somebody who had a good winning record or something, and then I had to beat a UFC veteran, and it evolves. Oh, I want to be top 10 in the country. Okay, I want to be top 5 in the country. I want to be number 1 in the country. Things like that. I'm a one step at a time kind of guy. I didn't come out the gate with some ridiculous world champion dream or something like that, and I'm not about to start now. So I'm not even going to tell you I'm trying to get in the top 15 or anything like that. I was in there for a hot second, and now I'm not. So I got to one step at a time, win a fight, hopefully stay in the UFC, man. Journeyman goals.
Well, with those long-term goals, do you think that veers fighters off, or just people in general off of like what they need to do right now? You know what I mean? Like I think that does sometimes play a factor in it, right?
Perhaps, maybe it depends on the person. Maybe some people need some really lofty, borderline delusional aspiration to motivate them. I don't. I always said that I wanted to be good. That was my very vague goal to myself, was I just wanted to be a fighter where people would be like, oh yeah, Tanner Boser, that guy's pretty good. It's kind of it. So now, just not good enough. I would just have to tell myself, just not good enough. Just got to get better.
Yeah, the mentality of getting better, man. It's a struggle for everybody in any occupation. When kids come up to you, it must feel good though, right? In the street, when people come up to you and want a picture, and those things kind of motivate you a little bit on the side.
Yeah, that's cool. That I like that. I like when people watch my sport or enjoy my fights. Right, that's a good feeling for sure. Yeah.
All right, let's get into your last fight, man, against Andre Arlovski. Fighters are very self-critical and self-reflective. What was going on in your head following the loss? Following that fight.
Oh, I felt like shit for a long time. I just didn't do enough. Obviously, it was a boring fight, and I didn't do enough. And at the time in the fight, hard to really quantify, but I mean, I guess I thought I was winning. I thought he had to do something. And so I thought when he would do something, I was going to capitalize and catch him with the big shots. And he snuck a good one in somehow at the end of most of the rounds. And it was too close of a fight. I was wrong about how the fight looked from the outside. It was really close, and it really could have gone either way. I have no qualms with Arlovski winning that decision. I didn't do enough. Yeah, I had significant strikes, but he landed some good shots to my head that looked pretty good to the judges. And the thing is not all of them felt like they were overly damaging or anything. So my brain didn't register them necessarily as really important seeming shots, but they looked good, you know? So I didn't do enough is what it really comes down to. And yeah, I'm very critical of my own performance there. You know, I kind of blew a big opportunity I had. And now, as always in this job, I've got to win this next one, because no matter how good of a streak you're on, you're always a couple losses away from a pink slip. So
Reality, man, reality. Well, you know, I mean, like, you know, you had two finishes in a row before that fight. Sometimes you go out there and don't perform up to what you feel like is your standard. So the process you take, you know, when you get back into the gym and saying, okay, I need to get better at this aspect, or is it more of just like in-fight adjustments for yourself?
it's both. But I did change a little bit, yeah, of what I was making myself do in training, and in terms of my intentions or output in sparring, things like that. I feel like I have genuinely gotten quite a bit better since last fight. Well, not feel, I know I have. So now I've just got to show it. You know, I've got to go in and perform and do what I can do. And Latifi is a very tough fight.
Definitely a tough fight. Now, 8 months between fights, you mentioned improving. Could you give us any hints on like maybe what exactly you improved on?
I mean, I think I improved a bit everywhere. You know, game plan wise, Latifi is a very different fight than Arlovski, but I'm still the same guy. You're gonna see the same sort of game plan, just got to apply it differently to a different kind of fighter like that.
Well, yeah, Latifi, man, he's a tough, and one thing that stands out, he's very stocky for the
Yeah.
division, right? And what
Yeah.
are your thoughts on him and just his style of fighting?
Well, he's extremely strong, short, like you said, stocky, but very powerful. Really good wrestler, good at controlling guys, and I believe he has underrated punching. He's got some good kicks too, some good low kicks. Uh, it's a tough fight, and it's just going to be who gets the other guy out of there first, or who's able to impose their game plan. Is he going to be able to hold me against the cage, or take me down, do some damage on the ground, or am I going to establish something on the feet and get a rhythm going? It's a tough one, and I think I've got in my head what I need to do to win, and we shall see.
On the mental side of things, have you had times in the past where you weren't there fully mentally, in preparations during a fight, or do you have no problems with that at all?
No, I don't think I do. It wasn't a preparation issue for the last fight, and it wasn't even really. It wasn't even really like I did tons horribly wrong in that last fight either. I just didn't quite do enough. Like every judge gave me a different round.
Mm-hmm.
So if a couple of the judges just agreed on one of them and I got a split decision win or something like that,
Yeah.
I would not care about my performance at all. I mean, yeah, there'd be stuff to improve on, but if I won, well, I won. So, and I didn't win, but if that exact same performance would have got me a win, then it's a game of inches. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I forget the question.
The judging though, man, the last couple of this year, the judging has been pretty wild. Have you been noticing that?
Here and there. Yeah. I think I said I wish I was on Fight Island, because I would have won. I would have won that fight on Fight Island. If the judges that scored Volkanovski beating Holloway were judging my fight, I'd have won for sure, just based on the volume of strikes, even though they were low kicks. But that they weren't, and that's the way it goes. So I just got to fucking eat the loss like a man, and whatever. Just got to go out and not suck the next one.
Now, Canada, they've had some tight COVID restrictions. Has it still been an obstacle for you for this training camp?
Yeah, they change them basically constantly about what we're allowed to do and not allowed to do, and I just adapt with it and train in whatever way is currently legal at the time, because they change their minds about that always.
So they don't have any, like, I guess, exemption for professional athlete. I've seen that in other parts of the world. Canada doesn't
Yeah.
have that.
No, sometimes we do.
Okay.
Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. And how does it work? Yeah, you're exempt because you're a professional athlete, but what if my training partners aren't professional athletes? Can they train with me? Do we have to have 6 feet apart? No one really fucking knows, man. It's an absolute shit show, and I follow the law to the best of my ability, and the government sucks here right now at being accommodating for people's businesses and livelihoods, but we're just gonna keep on trucking.
Definitely, man. So I guess sometimes you could be a criminal and you just don't know that you're a criminal day by day, right?
Oh, no, I always pay attention to all their bullshit, and I always listen, dude. I'm an outstanding citizen.
I know you are, man. I know, because just by the passion and the way you explain things, I know that you probably follow it day by day and understand what's going on.
Absolutely, dude. Not a law broken ever by me.
Yeah, for sure. Well, so, you mentioned getting back in there and executing better. How do you see this fight playing out? Is it most likely going to be something that, lately we've seen some serious brawls, man, in the heavyweight division?
Well, if it's a brawl, then it's a brawl. But I mean, I hope it's not a brawl. I hope it's just me winning the fight the whole time and not having to engage in a brawl. But I'm willing to. The way I see it playing out, I'm gonna have to weather the storm. Like he punches hard, he comes forward well, and he's gonna try and wrestle me. I know. Be stupid if he didn't. So he's gonna do that, and I'm just gonna have to get up. He's gonna take me down. I'll get up, or I'll get off the cage, and right away I just got to, make it known that I don't care. You can try and wrestle, and I'm here to fight.
You're a short-term goal guy. I know you want to get this win, and then what about the rest of the year? What's the short-term goals for that?
Well, I got to see what happens in this fight. Am I really hurt after something? That if I'm not, if everything's fine, I come out of this all right, I'll turn around and take a quick fight. Yeah, I would. And then, I only got 2 fights left on my contract. So how can you set a long-term goal? I could lose this fight, lose the next one, I'm outie. I could win this fight, win the next one, and be top 15. How can you set a long-term goal? You have to see all the forks in the road, one at a time.
Yeah, man, that's the trip about the heavyweight division, right? It's like you could win this one and the next one, you're a top 50 fighter, right? And you could be fighting a main event somewhere within the next year, and you could lose 2, and then you're just on the verge of getting cut. Yeah.
Not verge, man. I'm out.
Okay.
That's how it is. You could. It's stupid. It's a stupid job.
It's a wild job. It's a roller coaster job. That's what it is. You know. So, anyways, man, June 5th, man, you step in there in Las Vegas. Thank you so much, Tanner. It's always good catching up with you, and good luck on the night, man. I think it's a big name and it's a huge opportunity still.
It is. It's a big fight for both of us. We both need it. If Latifi loses, he's probably gone. Mm-hmm. It's high stakes, dude. We both want. Who gets to keep their job? Mm-hmm. Rock and roll.